All right, what up out there, everyone? Welcome back. So, the audio in this video came out really, really bad. So I'm redoing it with a little bit of dubbing, but I like the background, I like the lights, I like the action that was transpiring, and I want to show you guys all of that. So what's up? So we're gonna jump right in. This video is about trust and loyalty. Trust and loyalty. So, like I was saying, I was in one of the clubs a few nights back, and I saw one of the girls in there, and I looked over at her and her friend, and one of them is actually on the FaceTime with what appeared to be a black man or African American man. I'm not really sure. I just saw a black man on the screen, and you might think, okay, no big deal, right? But I don't think he was a Pattaya, because what she did was she had propped the phone up in a way that she basically was like he was watching her. He was watching her sit on in the lounge, and they really weren't talking because it's mad loud in there. You actually can't hear anyone talk, but and he was just there watching her. He was like going back and forth, doing his thing wherever he was at, and she's sitting there drinking and talking to her friend, and he's just there watching her. And I really got me thinking. I tried to secretly record it, but I couldn't, And so it really got me thinking. It got me thinking about the two topics, right? Trust and loyalty, right? So some guys come out here and they probably have, a connection. They make a connection with someone, make a connection with a woman, and then they leave and they go, well, I want to, make sure that you're not involved with anyone else, or no one else is trying to get involved with you. Basically, you don't have any other options other than me. And I can tell you that is the biggest debunked of all time. If she's young, if she's in Pattaya, she has many options, okay? Also, she's young and she wants to live her life. She wants to be free to meet other people. It's only two types of people in this world, men and women. I don't know who else we're supposed to talk to. If you're not talking to one, you're talking to the other. So that brings the question, trust and loyalty. Now, can you trust a woman in Pattaya? Is she going to be loyal to you? Now, those are two different concepts entirely, right? I would say that from my observations and the stories that I've heard, I would say that, I'll show you my swaggy tonight, drip too hard. So I would say that, you can trust a woman in Pattaya if that's what she's showing you. If that's what she's showing you, you can trust her. And you have to believe that. Now, whatever that means for you, that's what it is. That's what it's going to take, whatever that means for you. Because sometimes when you try to be a little bit decisive about whether you can trust her or not, it actually backfires and you kind of self-sabotage yourself, right? Because you're actually creating something in your mental that normally didn't even exist, And so now you're having to deal with, and so, you can kind of create that reality for yourself in your mental, and then that becomes what's really happening, But just know that while you're here with her, exploring Thailand, bonding, getting to know each other, you can trust her. You can trust her explicitly, right? She's gonna be with you every day. You're gonna hang out all day together, as much as you want to hang out with her. And I'll talk about the 3-day rule in a minute in another video. But you can hang out with her all day, and whatever you guys are comfortable with doing and behaving. Okay. Now, once you leave Pattaya, well, that's another story. Now, how much you can trust her, well, that depends on a lot of things. That depends on her looks. That depends on her age, the impression you made on her. Did you make a great impression on her, a favorable impression on her, where she feels like she can't do any better? Were you thorough 100 as we say? Were you thorough all the time? If at any time you weren't thorough, you showed signs of weakness or chinks in your armor, or your armor looked kind of dull, then, those are things that are going to play in the back of her mind. If her friends didn't find you a good match for her, or there wasn't a chemistry between you and her friends, yes, chemistry between you and a woman's friends are very important. They're not going to advocate for you. They're not going to say, hey, why are you doing that? So-and-so's with you, and you were so-and-so, so why are you out here doing that, I've actually, and I don't know if this is just a playoff or whatever, but I've actually been out, walked into a group of girls, the one I talked to, and she says, I have a boyfriend, even though he doesn't live here, whatever the case may be, and, but her other friends are available, right? So, again, like I said, trust. Now, I don't know if that was just a playoff or she felt like I wasn't better than what she already had, but if you leave here, just know that she is free to roam, and that she is susceptible to the next guy making a better impression on her than you. And again, that also depends on the frequency of your communication, the quality of your communication, the quality of your visits. Maybe you're one of those commuter brothers. You come every other week, or you come, once every month, or whatever it is. You come back frequently enough that she feels like she's in a connected relationship with you. Because let's be honest, she met a lot of guys before you, and she's gonna meet a lot of guys after you. And in between there is where you have to learn if you can trust her or not. Now, I don't think this guy trusted the girl because he has her FaceTiming him in the damn club, and I know that wasn't her idea. Definitely didn't seem like her idea to FaceTime him. So, but okay, now the next topic, loyalty. Now, loyalty is something different. Loyalty does not involve trust at all. No trust at loyalty. Like I said, she's free to roam. She's gonna roam. She's gonna smell the roses. Loyalty basically sums up as that if you leave and you treated her well, and she had a really good, enjoyable time with you, and you showed her a good time, will she pick up your calls? Will she communicate with you? Will she text you back within a day, right? Loyalty means if you come back, maybe you come back unannounced, you don't tell her, and she sees you, how does she react to seeing you? Does she just act like you guys were a fling, and she doesn't, walk over and hug you or say hi or anything like that, or interrupt whatever she already has going on because you return? Or maybe you guys make plans, and when you return, she's available for those plans. She doesn't say, oh, I'm sick, or come up with any other excuses, right? So that's loyalty. Now, I think Thai women are the most loyal women on the planet. I know of one right now who, since the day I met her, every relationship she's been in, she has been loyal. She doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. I don't know why, but whatever her prerogative is, she's loyal to all of those men that she's been involved with. You can't break her. She's like the ice queen when it comes to trying to talk to her. Maybe it's just a front. Maybe it's just a front for me. I'm not really sure, but she's like the ice queen when it comes to trying to talk to her. But then again, it depends. Everyone has a different constitution. So have I dealt with girls who, since I've been back, that I see and they just walk on by and show no loyalty from when I knew them last year? Yeah, definitely. There's one in particular I actually was taking on dates. I was really considering locking her down, but she was very expensive to date. She's very expensive to date, and she just seemed like a schemer. She just seemed like she's always scheming or something, So I said to myself, you know what, let me move on. But when I saw her again, I still carried on like I normally would, and I just tried to reconnect with her, but I guess she took the way I left things off really hard. So, she wasn't really loyal at all. So anyway, but I think of the two, of trust and loyalty, you can get more loyalty from Thai women than you can get trust. That's just my opinion. You're gonna be more comfortable with the loyalty than you with the trust, and that's just because that's just how Pattaya is. Pattaya is a place with so many men here, and there's gonna be someone whose eyes she catches, and she's gonna grab up on him. He's gonna grab up on her and start talking. And maybe if she finds him attractive, right? If he has the same attributes you do, maybe he's fit, maybe he's in shape, maybe he's young, maybe he's a shower, maybe he's flamboyant, maybe he has money, right? All those things, she's gonna say, well, let me talk to him too. Let me get to know him. Let me get his number, and she's gonna keep in touch with him, and they're gonna probably hook up. They're probably gonna make a connection. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'm gonna keep this video ultra short. I just wanted to hop in here. I'm at the club right now, as you can see in the video. I probably said some tighter stuff in this, but that's okay. I was in the zone. I just hopped on. I thought the audio would be okay, but nah, it's way too loud. But you get to see what the club looks like a little bit. Whatever passed by, I tried to capture some things. I don't do faces, but I will show you what's working with the 808. 808 is like the main spot. This is like 808 at like 2 a.m. in the morning. So it was pretty thick last night. It's a Saturday night, so. But yeah, so the main thing is, that's what I was gonna tell you. I'll tell you the story real quick too. So I had a person I know. They had a girl that they were keeping in touch with for a long time. They finally came back to Pattaya, and I guess the girl was doing the taxi now, and they were like, hey, you want me to pick you up from the airport in Bangkok and bring you to Pattaya? He said, okay. I kind of cautioned him against it for various reasons I won't go into right now, but I kind of cautioned him against it. He blew it off as always, but what happened? Excuse me. He gets in the car with her, and as soon as he gets in the car with her, he notices that she's on the phone with some guy on FaceTime. No big deal, right? She's on the phone with some guy on FaceTime, right? Some guy's just sitting there watching her drive, and she's talking to him a little bit, and he's talking back a little bit. But the thing was, this went on for the whole 2 hours of the drive. For the whole 2 hours of the drive, the guy made her keep the phone on FaceTime. So this is what I mean by trust. This person obviously felt like he couldn't trust the girl because he was like, I'm going to watch her for the whole 2 hours. She's alone in the car with another guy. Because this guy's got 2 hours to shoot his shot at her, to shoot game at her, to shoot me down, to do whatever it is to win her over. I can't trust her. Maybe, obviously, she demonstrated loyalty because she kept the FaceTime on for 2 hours, which is kind of crazy. That's like stalking. That's like peeping Tom, But definitely wasn't no trust there. And I don't know if she's still with the guy, but that's really like a red flag. He makes you put on, so only for this guy, right? So does he do this all the time? Like I don't know, maybe because this guy was a black guy, and maybe she thinks she likes black guys, but if he doesn't do this with any other men or women or whoever she drives, then that means something's wrong with the brother. But also, if he does this all the time, whoever she drives, there's definitely something wrong with him. And he needs, and that's definitely a huge red flag. He doesn't trust. So, like Travel Paul says, don't bring your heart to Pattaya, guys, because at some point, most of you have to leave. And when you leave, she stays here, and the next group of guys come off the flight. The same flight that you fly back on, it's 80 guys coming in, and one of the 20 out of the 80 is going to run into her somewhere, and they may just get the girl who was your chick, the girl who you spent your vacation time with, whatever you want to call it, your holiday with. So just be willing to accept that. Now, can you get loyalty? Yeah, you can definitely get loyalty. Trust is another thing. And I have a great deal of experience with trust. But I can tell you right now that if you don't learn how to trust, and I got to say that the relationship I was in, even though I tell you my experience with trust comes from the relationship that I was in, even though it fizzled out, it didn't stay long. I did realize that I can trust. The other person thinks I didn't trust, but I do trust. Well, I didn't before, but through them, I learned that I can trust. So trust is something that you gotta have, and it's not anything about being insecure. When someone says you're not confident, when a woman says you're not confident, all that means to me is I won't let you lie to me. And I'll leave it at that. All right, fellas, peace.